Hey everyone, my name is Crystal and welcome back to my channel. Now, I know this is not the video that most of you were hoping to see with my return. I know most of you were hoping I would return with Supernatural reacting to Has-Been Hotel songs, but rest assured that I am still working on that, and the first part will be released next week. Until then, I have someone that I would like you to meet. My good friend, Theorist Kitty.
Yo, what's up?
As her name suggests, Theorist Kitty is a character that will talk about different theories from different media and fandoms while I'm working on other projects. This video of her introduction will also be her first theory.
I think I got it from here, Crystal. Why don't you head out?
Sure thing. Have fun, Kitty.
Hey y'all, welcome to my theory video featuring yours truly, Theorist Kitty. Today, my theory is about one that's been talked about a lot recently. The theory that Jax and Ragatha from the Amazing Digital Circus are actually brother and sister. I know that there are a couple of other videos that talk about this theory, but personally, I don't think they go in deep enough. Most of it is just based on this one comment from Gooseworks saying that Jax is afraid of corn because it reminds him of the farm, and also the dynamic interaction between the two characters. And frankly, that's not enough for me. So I'm going to get down to the nitty-gritty of this theory to make it seem like Jax and Ragatha being siblings could be actually plausible. Let's start with the comment that started it all. A fan on Tumblr had asked Gooseworks why Jax is afraid of corn, and they responded with, Jax is afraid of corn because it reminds him of the farm. This one comment blew up the fandom with theories that Jax and Ragatha are brother and sister, especially when Ragatha mentions that she was also raised on a particularly wealthy farm property.
I guess I'll go now. Oh, geez, where to start? I was born into a fairly wealthy family. We had a large property with horses and chickens and just kind of a farm girl. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
However, despite this, I usually take what Goose says with a grain of sugar, especially when not long after that comment, she posts another one saying she may have been lying about the farm. So the question now is, which comment is the truth? Well, frankly, I'm hesitant to believe either one. And anyway, that's not the main reason for my theory. So let's continue. While it's possible that Jax and Ragatha were both born and raised on the same farm, and they do tend to bicker like regular siblings, my theory actually stems from a fact that not a lot of people tend to talk about. The fact that Gooseworks happens to have a certain obsession with the 1970s movie Raggedy Ann and Andy, a musical adventure. Honestly, I did not know how far this obsession goes until I saw this video from The Paffining pointing out every single reference from the movie up to episode 4. And who knows if there are even more that were missed in episode 5. Obviously, the biggest references are the titular characters themselves, Jax and Ragatha. Ragatha is obviously designed after Raggedy Ann. She's basically a direct copy and paste. Jax, however, though he may not be designed after Raggedy Andy, his behavior and voice most definitely are. Raggedy Andy may not be an asshole like Jax, but the two definitely share a thrive for adventure and not being held back from who they view themselves to be. But the nail on the head is the voice itself. Gooseworks had asked Michael Kovac, Jax's voice actor, to add a bit of Raggedy Andy flair to it. And personally, I think he did a great job, especially when you hear the cover he did of Andy's song, No Girl's Toy.
Well, you can push me, shove me, turn me around, but I'm no girl's toy.
Well, you can push me, shove me, turn me around, but I'm no girl's toy.
However, the references from the movie go beyond from just these two characters, to other characters, to backgrounds, and even direct lines.
Hurt nothing. I'm hurt enough. Packages landing on my head, tea parties, dancing lessons.
Hurt nothing. I've been hurt enough. Packages landing on my head, tea parties, dancing lessons.
And here's the other thing. Raggedy Ann and Andy are confirmed to be brother and sister.
You lay off my sister, Sir Leonard.
Now, does that prove that Jax and Ragatha are also brother and sister? No, definitely not. But Goose did say to expect more references from the movie to be incorporated into the show, and who knows just how far they're willing to go with this obsession. Now, there are some things that I've seen people talk about that may contradict this theory. Specifically, two things. The fact that Ragatha did not know the reference that Jax was making in episode 5, and or calling out his bullshit in the bar scene. But honestly, both things can be easily explained away. First of all, I am 27 years old, and I myself did not know the reference Jax was making until someone pointed it out. And this is simply because I have never seen Breaking Bad, despite it being around for so long. Ragatha is confirmed to be 30 years old, only 3 years older than me, so I think she gets a pass on not knowing the Breaking Bad reference. The other thing is that if Jax and Ragatha were raised on the same farm as brother and sister, then why did Ragatha not call him out when he was obviously lying about his past? Well, let's think about it for a moment. As she stated in episode 4, Ragatha hates Jax. She hates his behavior, she hates how he treats the others, and if the two really are related, she may be ashamed to admit that to the other residents of the circus, especially to Gangle, as she's Jax's main punching bag.
Ladies first. No, wait, why would I say that? Do it, or I'll tell Ragatha about the figurine thing.
Which door should we choose?
Not sure. Let's try this out.
Jax!
I actually didn't mean to do that. Just like Mom used to make. I mean, I guess it's not as embarrassing as that time Gangle took an anime figure and...
That's fine. Let's skip this one.
Ragatha may not want to be associated with Jax's attitude, and frankly, the feeling may be mutual, but for completely different reasons. This is why Jax didn't say anything about the two being related either. He knows he's a total jackass, and he's proud of it. But if the others knew of their sibling dynamic, Jax may be afraid of Ragatha suddenly being treated differently. He cares about his sister, and he wants her to be happy. I mean, just look at this genuine reaction when Ragatha is talking about her mother.
I guess I'll go now. Oh, geez, where to start? I was born into a fairly wealthy family. We had a large property with horses and chickens, and my mother, my mother was a lot. I worked in real estate for a bit until I ended up here. I'm sure she doesn't miss me. I certainly don't miss the yelling, and the braiding, and guilt-tripping, and the... Yeah, just kind of a farm girl. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
And back to that scene, look at the way Ragatha is hugging herself when talking about her mother. Ragatha only mentions the yelling, berating, and guilt-tripping, but I have reason to believe that the abuse went beyond mental to physical. Children who are physically abused will often hug themselves to appear smaller and harder to hit. And if Ragatha was physically abused, perhaps Jax was as well. Maybe the whole reason why he's afraid of corn isn't tied solely to a farm, but perhaps corn was used as a form of punishment from his mother. Just look at the way he reacts to the cob. Sure, it's meant to be funny, but look at the genuine fear in his eyes. He is terrified of this thing. He thinks that cob is going to hurt him. So, with all this in mind, I believe the theory that they are siblings may actually be plausible. Jax and Ragatha are both tragic characters with tragic backgrounds, and most likely are brother and sister, raised on the same farm under the same abusive mother. However, we may never know this to be true until Gooseworks either proves or disproves it. And until that happens, that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. If you liked this video, make sure to comment, share, and hit that like button. And if you want to see more theory videos or reaction videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And until next time, bye!